श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 राम। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम राम
Yogi Nath Kumar, Yogi Nath
Ram 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 राम 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। we must all know that it is no small grace that we have all been able to gather here, sit in His huge presence, and sing His powerful name together for 1 hour without getting up and going about, just sitting in one place, singing and getting absorbed in His Nama Sankirtan. We owe Him a deep debt of gratitude and celebration of His grace, and in deep gratitude, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And we should continue to do this, to keep on offering more and more Nama lotuses all through the day and night if possible. And along with that, we should also remember, which of course we have been sharing every day and 2 times a day, that our every thought, every word, every deed come from the source. We must remember that when we chant the name, the Nami is instantly present inside us, and it is from Him every other action takes place. Our thought, our word, our action, they all come from Him. He is the only doer. We are only His instruments to do any way He likes with us in His huge mission. And considering so, we must continue to help others as much as possible in the spirit of seva to Bhagavan, so that we can keep offering the seva lotuses as well. As we have been going through some of the teachings, we shall today also go through the words straight from Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, all your tapas and efforts would make you reach Guru's feet. It is to reach a Guru's feet that we have been made to do tapas. We have been made to make every effort. Once you reach the Guru's feet, you need not bother about your spiritual growth. The Guru will take care of you. The Guru will see that you reach God. Even if you want to escape from the Guru will not leave you. Like a frog in the mouth of a king cobra, the disciple cannot escape from the Guru. And then Bhagavan continues to say, the only thing the disciple should do is to remember the Guru and the Guru mantra all the time, if possible, or as much as possible. That is sufficient. Do not try to practice any other method to reach God. Just remember your Guru. That's enough. Once you reach your Guru, your sadhana efforts end here. Listen to your Guru. Have faith in your Guru. Your Guru will take up the responsibility of you and take care where you ought to reach. But then he has emphasized the word here, have faith in your Guru. In another place, Bhagavan says, people say this vairagya, dispassion, and then the mantra japa and faith in the Guru, all that is necessary. But this beggar says, faith in the Guru will do. Every other virtue will follow. So he keeps on emphasizing again and again that we must have faith in our Guru, that he would reach us to the destination. And then he says, after reaching Guru's feet, you need not worry about your spiritual growth, just remember my name. That is enough. In another place, Bhagavan says, blessed are those who chant this beggar's name even once in their life. What does it mean? Once we call out to him, seeking his help, then it becomes his responsibility for the whole life. And that's why he says, blessed are those who chant this beggar's name even once in their life. And then he says, the king bee would bring any potential worm to its nest, meaning the king bee would have its little one, the worm, in the nest and would sting all the time, would sting the worm all the time till it becomes another king bee. Likewise, a guru also works on his disciples till the disciples get the state of the guru. The process is painful, but there is no escape. Bhagavan often said, my father would create special situations for the chosen ones so that they get purified and become worthy of Father's grace. So he keeps on saying it's a painful thing. It is the mother bee which stings. By stinging the little one, it gives the growth. So we go through many difficulties in life, sorrows and humiliations and whatnot. But we have to remember, everything is being given by the Guru in order to transform us. And then Bhagavan says, you can salute and shower respect and reverence to all the saintly persons, but you should have the trust, the absolute faith only in your Guru. So we shall bring these points again and again to our mind, that he says in life, our early sadhanas, going here and there, trying out many things, making effort and struggle all the time. Finally, by the punya, by the meritorious deeds of our past and the efforts that we have made in the present, have or will bring us to the holy feet of the Guru. So once we have come to the feet of the Guru, there ends all our struggles. But thereafter, remember, the stinging starts. And we know how painful it should be to the worm which is being stung by the mother bee. But then there is no escape. It is the way the whole thing is structured by the divine. And that's why Bhagavan said, every adversity, every sorrow that we come upon in life is preordained, and everything is a blessing in disguise meant for our greater good, closer kinship with God, and for our spiritual transformation. So we have to learn to look upon everything that happens as by our Bhagavan's will, and it's meant for our progress in life and our all-round welfare. And so we should remember the saying of Bhagavan that wherever Father keeps us, in whatever circumstances, we should not only accept it wholeheartedly as Father's grace, but also be grateful to Him for that. For a certain adversity means a certain progress in spiritual life. And Bhagavan also used to say, whatever happens at any moment is the best that can happen to you at that moment for your spiritual growth. And wherever Father has placed you at any moment is the best place for your spiritual growth. And there is no better alternative. Most often we get caught by Maya only when we think there is a better alternative somewhere. And then we start a new series of troubles for us. But if we stay put wherever He has placed us and continue doing whatever He expects of us, and then He says the end is assured. We should also remember the story of the dog, the puppy that came to eat the food, and how Bhagavan wanted us all to preserve that small granite stone. It is still there in the Girivalam path of the ashram. And then when I asked him why he wanted to make a monument for a puppy which came to eat food there, he said when Dharmaputra was accompanied by his wife and the brothers in their final yatra to their destination up the Himalayas, one by one after the other, his wife and all the brothers fell down dead. When Dharmaputra alone was left, a dog joined him, and the dog thereafter began to share all his experiences, be it a sorrow. When he was thirsty, the dog also was thirsty and would not drink water until the master did. Every adversity, every difficulty that he went through, the dog shared with him. So when the final moment came, a chariot was brought from the heavens, and the charioteer said, Dharmaputra, you have come to the end of your journey. Now you ascend this chariot. I will take you to the heavens. Indradeva has sent this chariot for you. Now you can come to the heavens with the body, because you have been an embodiment of dharma. Then Dharmaputra very casually said, looking at the dog, okay, you get into it first and then I will follow you. Immediately the charioteer was alarmed. He said, what are you saying? This chariot to the heavens is meant only for you, because of the dharma you observed in all circumstances. It's not meant for a deceased dog. Then Dharmaputra said, this has come up to now with me, sharing all my experiences and difficulties. And now how can I leave the dog here and go to the heavens? If the dog cannot come with me, I cannot come either. And then Bhagavan stopped. He stopped the story saying, that's all Devaki. Then as usual, because of his Sannidhan Vishesh, as we call it, the intense force field, the intense grace of Bhagavan, it struck me that if any devotee or any disciple of Bhagavan has this, serves even as a dog serves the master, that every breath is for the master, every word that he talks is for the master or the glory of the master, that the master would not leave until he merges the devotee in the absolute. So when this point came to me, I just looked up as usual to get his approval. He smiled and raised his hand and blessed me, which meant that I had made it or I had hit it right. So this is what is assured for every devotee or disciple, that if Bhagavan, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, is your breath and your talk for the whole life, then you can be sure he would not leave you until he merges you in him. Now we shall offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. We beg you, Bhagavan, again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to change the way of the world, for there is so much violence all around. And it is sickening, frightening to hear about it. We beg you to bring in unity, harmony, order and discipline into the lives of people so that people will live a dharmic life with remembrance of God. Now people live any way they like and create a philosophy to just suit themselves and justify whatever they are doing. There is already the war going on between the two countries with its own justification again, but we see the disastrous consequences. We beg you, Bhagavan, to stop this war, because there is fear at every moment that this could become a world war. We beg you to stop this war immediately so that peace be prevalent. And we also beg you to bless the world so that there will be no such word as war at all rising in the minds of people in all the countries. There should be no such word as war among the countries of the world. We also beg you to keep under control the sudden attacks of the killer diseases, the violent furies of nature, and those terrible accidents. We beg you again to uproot all the negativities of the human mind, those rakshasic thoughts which are responsible for today's world of violence. Whichever country people live in, whatever language they speak, and whatever religion they have embraced, they too suffer from their past bad karmas without help or protection. They may not believe in the karmic theory, they may not believe in rebirth, and yet the law of karma, which is relentless, will not wait for anybody's faith. It works as its nature compels. We beg you to reach out to all of them and do the needful. We also beg you to protect all those unselfish people all over the world, slogging for the welfare of the others from unnecessary, unworthy, unhealthy comments of criticism and aspersion. We beg you to promote the economy of the country and the growth of India in varied fields of activity so that it reaches the highest status of Vishwaguru, the world teacher, to conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma as predicted by the great ones. Bhagavan often said, India is the playground of the great masters, and the great masters mostly come in the form of beggars. We beg you again, we pray to you in all intensity, sincerity and earnestness for ceaseless, joyful chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings, so that we bring it to our mind again and again until we assimilate it and make it into our Atma Shakti. We also beg you, Bhagavan, to bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic ones. Please bless our everyday life, that we should run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace of yours, but then we also know we need to be purified. But then right at the moment our minds are full of desires for the world. And what's more, there are residual latent tendencies called vasanas occupying our mind to the exclusion of all else. But then you say the saving grace is that the name of God. The name of God is such a powerful weapon that could destroy all our past karmas and cleanse our heart. We take refuge in your powerful name and beg you for our early purification. And wherever we live in this world, whatever duty falls upon us in any role, we know it's all your work and we should be able to do it as seva to you in the spirit of surrender, and that joyfully without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that all that will also become our Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. Coming from you, it can only be a great blessing meant for our spiritual transformation. But then what happens is, when a bad karma takes over, our entire life turns over. The lifeboat capsizes and we collapse. We resent God, feeling terribly let down by Him, and we begin to blame others bitterly for our own failures, little realizing that we have invited them by our own past karmas. Every torture that you give to somebody, every adversity that you create for someone, you are answerable to it. It becomes a punishment in the next birth, and you wouldn't even know why you are suffering. So beware. We have to mind what we say and what we do to people. But then God, out of His great love and generosity, puts a blessing even in the punishment. And what does it do? It pushes us back to Him, and a higher wisdom is born out of every adversity or suffering. And what is it? That we come to understand that all that we held as security and strength in life is no security or strength. Only God's strength is our strength, and God is our only security. The newborn wisdom of the mind, there is now the new purity, and then God begins to reflect in this. Bhagavan, we beg you to bless us to understand that it's only your will that's behind all the happenings of life and the world. Please bless us to be grateful to you, even for the adversities of life. We seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of continuous births and deaths, the root cause of which is this selfishness, utter selfishness, the I and mine, the tyranny of the ego. We beg you, Bhagavan, to uproot this ego, this aham bhavam, and promote atma bhavam in us, so that we be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme divinity. Jai Yogi Ram Sarvabhauma.